Welcome to our technical analysis webinar session. My name is Sihle Ngema from QuickTrade. Most names that I see here in the webinar, it's people that I'm used to. The only guy that I don't know that hasn't actually attended is Joseph. Joseph Azaksiba. Hi, good morning, Raymond. Joseph, is that how you pronounce your name? Joseph Azaksiba, the surname. Good morning, Gert. Good morning, everyone. Morning, Medisi. Yes, that's true, Medisi. You won't be able to see my screen using an iPad. You won't be able to, unfortunately. You need to have a laptop or a desktop for you to gain access. Good morning, Joseph. Joseph, are you new to trading? Do you know anything about technical analysis? Could you please just give me your understanding of technical analysis or understanding of trading before we start? Hi, John. Sorry, Joseph, I don't know if you heard me. I'm asking you to give me or show me your understanding of technical analysis. How much do you know about technical analysis? Have you applied technical analysis in your trading, or this is your first time? You've never actually applied technical analysis. You don't know where to begin when it comes to the application of them. That was my question. I need you to tell me whether you understand it or not. Uh, Hi, Christian. I see you've just joined us. Oh, okay, Christian, you're new. Okay. Oh, okay. Perfect, Christian. Well, John. What's his name? Good morning, Makaba. I see that you're using an Android device. You won't be able to see what I'm demonstrating on my screen. So please switch on to your laptop if possible, because the Android device will never help you here. You won't be able to see what I'm showing. Hey, Bwani, how's it, big guy? Are you good? Good, big guy. I'm very good. Thank you. Okay, guys, I wanted to delay a bit, maybe for another 2 minutes or so, just to get more and more people logging in, because I mean the number is actually very huge, but so far we only have 11 people. But I think we have over 60 people joining. Oh, Joseph, you have attended some lessons. Okay. Guys, before we start, are there any issues that you would like to bring forward? Things that are bugging you at the moment with your trading, whether with regards to trading ideas or anything. Is there anything that you guys would like to bring forward that you'd like to talk about here? Okay. Makaba, you are using an Android device. That is why you won't be able to see what I'm showing on my screen. Sorry, I thought I explained that. Sorry, you won't be able to see what I'm showing here or what I'm demonstrating on my end. Okay, Christian, we'll address that issue of trade ideas. Yeah, we'll have a look at it maybe now. Is there anyone else who'd like to raise some issue before I start? Anyone else? Because I've had three people, DC, Christian, and Joseph. John, you're also talking about trade ideas. Okay, that's fine. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And Raymond, you're talking about LHC. Okay. Okay, guys, let's first talk about trade ideas. The trade ideas that get sent out, uh, well, I mean, they're only like trade ideas. It's important for one to go and analyze, see if you agree with what the trade idea is saying or what the trade setup looks like. You can only achieve that kind of understanding maybe by joining these webinars and looking at how we analyze the stocks, checking, if you can spot your support and resistance levels, checking if you can spot the trend, and checking what your moving averages are saying to you. So those are the three main things I look at. I look at support and resistance. That's number one. Those are very important. That support and resistance levels, they determine where you place your take profits and stop losses. So they help you with that. Stop loss and take profits are determined by the support and resistance levels. Those are the two things. If you are going short, you use you check your resistance where it is, and you place your stop beyond your your resistance. And if you are long, and your take profit is going to be lower down, maybe at your next support area, that's where you should look to take some profits. If you are long, you use your support as an entry, and make sure that when you place the stop loss is out of our support area, so that maybe if the stock is still seesawing before picking up, your trade remains in the game, it doesn't get taken out. And your take profit should be the next resistance. If you are long, the next resistance should be the place where you take your profit. It should be your profit target. And another thing, you have to look at the trend. Check where the trend is going. If the trend is going up, make sure that you draw the trend connecting the lows. Going up. If you are spotting a rising trend line, if you are spotting a falling trend line, make sure that you connect the highs. Drawing the line down. I'll still show you how that is done. Moving average also, they are very important. They help a great deal. They avoid a lot of stress when you're trading. They avoid a lot of stress. Maybe another indicator that you can use if you want to use one, you can use your RSI. You can use your RSI. The RSI can actually help you in determining the momentum in the market, to see where the market is really heading to. Guys, is there any question before I carry on? Because now I just want to get to moving averages first. From there, maybe I'll go to your support and resistance, and check if we can spot some trend lines in the current market. I'm not talking about something that has happened already. I'm talking about stocks, currency pairs. Yeah, you can use MACD, but the issue that I have with the MACD is that the MACD is a little bit, well, it's lagging. Like all the other indicators, it's lagging. But I mean, you can use it to confirm your trade. It's okay. You can do that. Okay. Okay, guys, I'll use this example here. That right now I have the Euro US dollar on my screen, but I mean, I will take it off, and I'll use LHC that Raymond asked me to have a look at. I will look at LHC. What do you think is happening here, Raymond, on LHC? Raymond, What do you think is happening here on LHC, my brother? Why LHC? Just wait. Okay. I shall wait. Okay. Okay, guys, this is the monthly time frame. I've been marking all the support and resistance levels. That's what I mean, that's what you need to do first. Once you've marked all these levels, you need to write them down. Write them down. These levels are very important. You know that when the market trades around that area, you know what to expect from the market. Guys, please hold for me. Papa, what's going on? Guys, please hold for me. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I had to take a break. Okay, let's first have a look at this one. We'll talk about support and resistance in a bit. We'll talk about support and resistance in a bit. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk about here on the day, the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame is very important. If you don't have a monthly time frame on your trading platform, I'll show you what you need to do, the steps you need to follow to get to the monthly time frame on your platform. You go to time there at the top of your screen. You click on time. You go to edit. Click on edit. And you go to that dotted box there with the plus sign in it. It says add new item. You click on that plus sign inside the box. You're looking for the month if you don't have one. You click on period where it says minute. There's an arrow there pointing down. You click on it and you go on to month, and the value you leave it on 1. You leave the value on 1 and you go apply. Now you have your monthly. If you go back in there to time, you can see your month. 1 capital M. 1 small letter M is your 1 minute. But I mean, if you put your cursor on it, it tells you a value 1 period month. If you put on 1 minute, value 1 period minute. So you know that that's minutes. Okay, let me remove this. We have different types of charts. We have line charts, we have bar charts, we have candlesticks. Right now, what you see now here is candlesticks. But to pick my levels, I use the line chart. The line chart, I use it to pick the turning points. Each and every turning point that you see on your chart, more especially around where the price is trading, is very important. You must look at that and mark all those turning points there, like I did here. Here I have a horizontal line. At the top here also I have a horizontal line because I mean there is some action that took place when the price got there. Here is another turning point again. I'll mark that point, and here at the top here also that area is very important. That's why I have this line here. There's another turning point here that you can that is there, but I mean it's not very clear. There's a turning point there. You can also have another line here marking this turning point here. This is your resistance because the price is trading below this point. This point is now your resistance, and the point below here is your support. Well, I'm not explaining that yet. I'll go back and explain that. I'm just showing you where we begin when doing these analysis using the the monthly time frame. Once I've marked all these levels using the line chart, I then change over to candlesticks or to candles. Why do I change back to candles? I'm looking for the tails. Basically, I'm looking for the tails. You see these tails that you see here, these sticks. Some they call them shadows, some they call them wicks, some they call them tails, sticks, they call them whatever. So I'm looking for these sticks. These sticks help you identify the lows and the highs in the market. They help you identify the lows and the highs in the market for you to understand where the price went, and to understand where to put in your stops and your take profits. Okay, so I use the monthly chart, the bigger time frame, so that I can have a bigger view. Before doing my analysis, before moving in on shorter time frames, like maybe your daily time frames and all of that. I'll start by looking at the monthly chart. This candle here is a red candle. It means that the market is closed negative on this particular month. It had a negative month. The blue ones here, it means that the market was positive. The market was up 4.22%. If you put your cursor, or if you do not understand whether the market is up or not, you can just put a cursor on the bar. If you put a cursor on the bar, it gives you the percentage change. Percentage change here is 4.22. You put your cursor on this one, it shows minus 14.96. It means that the market was down for the day. Oh, sorry, for the month. It was down for the month. It was down 14.96%. So if you don't understand which way the market went, you can just put the cursor and you'll get the percentage change at the top. Okay, for us to make the work of determining the direction of the market, or checking where the market is going, or what the market has been doing over the maybe past couple of months, or even weeks, what we do, we apply the moving average. There's a moving average that we use. The moving average that we use is called the simple moving average. How do you get that moving average? You right click on your screen, go down to indicators, go add indicator, add indicator. You're looking for a moving average, So moving averages are here, they are grouped here. We have 10 of them. So you pick the SMA, simple moving average. That's what you pick. You pick the simple moving average and you go okay. Now you have this red line over your price. You have this red line. That is that red line is going to help you navigate the market. It's going to help you understand whether the market is going up or going down. If the market is going up, this line is going to be below your price. Okay. If the market is going up like this, you'll have this line below your price. Let me try and make it maybe a little bit thicker. Okay, I've made it a bit thicker now. This thick red line will be below your price. If it's below your price, it means that the market is moving up. If it is above your price, it means that the market is going down. If the moving average is below the price or below the bars that you see here, it means that the market is rising. But if it is above the price, it means the market is declining. Do you guys understand? That's the main thing, guys, that you need to understand, because that's where you miss it most of the time. That's why sometimes you take wrong trade ideas, because you do not get this basic principle here. It's very important. When the bars are above your average, it means that market is rising. When the bars are below your moving average, it means that market is declining. So you must look for sell opportunities in that market. Do not try and buy that market, because you lose money if you do that. So on this one, when it broke here below its price, it was back in 2015, and the price started declining. It went above the price for a couple of months here. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. It was above the line, and it broke down below in 2016 October, and the price fell. So I don't know what's different in this kind of setup happening here on Life Healthcare, and what happened here when we are up here. Let me show you what I'm talking about there. Let me change it to the line chart. This is your horizontal line at the top there, around 38.65. This was your support. It was your resistance here. Although it was above the red line or the moving average, but we had our resistance here, so you didn't have to go in and buy this market, because you had your resistance nearby. But if we had maybe closed above this resistance, maybe you could actually go in and start buying it. But before it breaks above the resistance, you must not buy just because you're seeing the price above the moving average. You do not use the moving average alone. You use the moving average together with your support and resistance levels, together with your trend line. That's how you do it. You must make sure that the moving average agrees with your support or resistance. It agrees with your trend. If it does not agree with those, don't take that trade. Okay, this one looks like a buy on a monthly chart. Life Healthcare, it looks like a buy on a monthly chart, although I think the price is stuck between 26.41 and 28 bucks. 26.41 and 28 bucks. I think it's stuck between those two levels. Now let's go and check the daily chart to see if we can get anything that supports us going in and taking along on this one. Okay, well, it has been going up nicely over the past couple of weeks. Every time it gets to 2641 or 2650, I mean, buyers come in and buy this one. But I mean, I have one concern. If you don't have an issue buying at support or buying just using support, you can buy. If you see the stock maybe trading back down at 2640 or 2641, you can go in and buy. But you must know that it has some resistance around 2781, 28 rands. It has some resistance there. Look at these two lines. This one is at 2777. Well, I mean, it's 2777, and your support is here at 2641. If you buy this one, you must be very careful that you are eyeing that area there at the top, 2777. But another thing that you need to look at, you need to check your break below the moving average. That break happened on the 27th of March. 27th of March, the price broke below the moving average. Broke below the moving average, and it has been trading below the moving average since. So that's one thing that is worrying me. I'm not happy to go in and take a long because of that. If we're above the moving average and not so close to our resistance, because I mean our resistance is very close. Okay, let me do this on the daily, because I mean there's another resistance here. You see, we have another resistance around 3024. So that's why I'm not really keen on maybe looking at a long on this one. Raymond, you're saying that it's on a okay. You said on a daily it is a buy. I cannot see a buy on the daily, Raymond. Do you see that we're trading below our moving average here, or what were you referring to? Raymond, are you there? Guys, anyone can comment on this one. I understand that we have our support around 2640, 2641, and resistance around 2777, and the price has been, well, I mean, going up all the time. Every time it goes back, it just pulls back and continues going up. But I mean, right now I do not really see this as a buy. If anyone else thinks otherwise, please guys let me know. In terms of support, yes, it's looking good, but I mean, in terms of our moving average that we use there, I do not see a buy there. Let's see our trend line. We have our trend line there. Okay, Arun, we'll have a look at that. DC, we'll look at your support and resistance, my brother. Don't worry. Yes, Arun, I agree with you there. Above 2777, yes, you may go in. If you get a close above 2777, you may go in and take a long there. Yes, the trend line is also working as support. I agree with you there, Mpo. I agree with you. Well, I mean, you can actually go in based on the trend line, but I mean, it's very important to be patient and very conservative in your trading. Like maybe when you wait for maybe 27.77, wait for the price to cross above the moving average. Once you see that, then you can go in and take a long. But I mean, chances are if you go in here, you are going to make money on this trade. But for you to get a high probability setup, maybe it's better to wait for the price to first close above maybe around 27.77. When you see that, then you can jump in and take a long. Well, I mean, the moving average is actually pointing down. The moving average is actually pointing down, which is okay. It's pointing down, but I mean, we just need the price to cross and close above the moving average. If we can get that, then we can safely go in and take a long, maybe aiming for $30 on this one. Aiming for $30. First resistance 28.99 or 29. From there, next resistance is 30.24. Okay, so the monthly is saying when you look at the monthly, let's go back quickly. When you look at your monthly, the price is above your monthly moving average, which is good, which means that you should I mean, look for possible buy opportunities. And right now we have our price still trading below the moving average. I think we should just stay calm and wait for the price to go above 27.77, above the moving average. Then we can go in and take a long. Don't know how much you can make there. You can work out your risk reward ratio to check whether you're gonna make money or not. And yeah, okay. To ask Christian, are you following? Do you understand what I've just explained here? It's Christian and Joseph. Christian and Joseph. Spongile, you're using an Android device, my sister. You may not be able to see what I'm demonstrating on my end. Okay, Christian says he understands. Okay. Joseph says he follows a bit. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Joseph. Okay. Before we go and look at support and resistance, let's look at the stocks that Arun asked me to check out. The first one is going to be SHP. SHP is the short code for ShopRite. First step is your monthly your monthly time frame. Guys, there's a lot of volatility at the moment in this market because of the trade war that's happening between, well, I mean, the USA and China, or should I say, between Trump and China, because I don't think that is the whole of the of USA that's in favor of what Donald Trump is doing there. I think he's just causing some nonsense there, and the market is actually very volatile as a result. So you must be very careful around this time. Some of the technical levels don't even work because of what is going on there. Okay, the moving. Well, I mean, okay. First thing, let's try and do this. I'll draw the trend line. I want to show you how the trend line is drawn here. You start from this bottom here. This is your trend line. This is the trend line. Your trend line says this market is going up. It says this market is going up and it has been moving up. We're still above the moving average, the 10 simple moving average here on ShopRite, but the price has been coming down a bit since this long tail that it left behind here. We're down 1.3% in March, and month to date we are down 3.45%. Month to date we are down 3.45%. Okay. 3.45%. Let me see if I do this. Okay. Okay, we'll mark this turning point here. This turning point is around 228, and that's where our moving average is right now. Our moving average is around 228 on a monthly chart. So on a monthly chart, you can actually go in and buy this one if you are a long-term investor. But I mean, the price may still come down from 243 down to 228, even to 220. The prices may come down to those levels before picking up. So if you're a long-term investor, you don't worry about those, because I mean those declines are short-term. You are looking at a bigger picture. Okay, let's look at the daily now. We may have to adjust our line here, our trend line on the daily time frame. This is your trend line, starts here. Second touch is here. Third touch, fourth touch. Maybe we're gonna have another touch here. Let's try and look for another trend line here. This dotted line, it shows the trend break that we had from the beginning of 2018. Beginning of 2018, the price picked up from around 210 or 202 to be exact, and it went right up to 280. It went right up to 280. Now the price has crossed below the moving average. The actual date was actually on the 13th of March. The price crossed below the moving average. The next day it crossed slightly below the moving average, and on the 15th it confirmed that by breaking lower, going back up to test it, looking at that tail. So people were watching this trend line here. They pushed the price lower, it came down, it went up a bit to try and test the moving average there at the top, and the price came back down again. So at the moment, the price of ShopRite is under a lot of pressure. It's not doing so well. It's under a bit of pressure. So I expect to see the price. Okay, let's see if we can get the levels here. Okay, I expect to see some support on ShopRite around 236. 237 area, around 236, 237 area. I expect to see some support or some buyers coming in and pushing the price higher. Like you see here on the 4th, the price came down to 36.93. It's not actually 36.93, it's 36.50. 36.50, buyers came in, pushed the price up, and the price came down again below the moving average. If you check it, it hasn't closed above the moving average on the daily time frame. It hasn't. Every time it tries to go back up to the moving average, sellers come in and push the price lower. So that tells me that sellers right now are in control of this market, or are in control of ShopRite. So I don't know what's going to happen. We must look for, we must keep an eye out for that 236.93 or 237 area. If we get a close below 237 area, we're going to come down to 230. If 230 fails to hold, we may come down to 225. 225, around 225. I expect to see this market maybe picking up a bit. So right now I wouldn't buy ShopRite. I would wait for the price to first get to maybe 225, 220s, maybe cross above the moving average, then I can go in and take a long. Right now, no, I wouldn't touch ShopRite. I wouldn't even sell it, because I mean, if you want to sell ShopRite here, you're actually going against the main trend on your daily time frame. So that is an easy way of losing money in the market. If you want to go against your monthly trend, you are definitely going to lose your money. Unless if you're experienced and you know what you're doing, you're scalping, maybe you can try and make some money. But I want us to try and stick to the basics. I mean, in our training, make sure that we stick to the basics and we become very simple in our trading. Okay, that was ShopRite. Now let's check DSY. I think we have something similar there also. Okay, well, I mean, Discovery. It has been trading above its moving average since Feb 2017, and it's positive. It's still on a buy. Using the monthly time frame. Using the monthly time frame is still on a buy, but let's check the daily, see what it's saying. I'm not going to draw the trend line, but I may draw the trend line. It's looking positive. The price is moving up. Maybe I can draw a few trend lines here, starting from this point here at the bottom. There's your trend line there. Hey. Your trend line there. We have two trend lines on this one currently. Okay, we have this trend line with a thicker line, which goes through to 150 at the top. I'm not going to focus on that one. I'm going to focus on the current trend line that I think is supporting the price. The current trend line is here. It's around 160, 165. You can see the price on the 4th came down towards the trend line. Buyers came in, pushed the price higher. So it shows that that line is very important in this market currently. But I mean, the main thing that you need to look at your moving average. This market is trading below the moving average, and it hasn't closed above the moving average. The monthly is above the moving average, which means that it's a buy. But on the daily, it hasn't confirmed that you can go in and take a buy yet. So you want to see a situation like this happening. You see on the 13th, 13th of 13th of Feb, the price crossed above the moving average. On the monthly, it's above the moving average. You go in and buy. You know that you are safe. You see what happened in December 2014, December 2017. It was the 14th of December. The price closed above the moving average after coming off a bit. It closed above. You go in here, you take a long, and you'll make money almost immediately. Don't forget about, sorry, don't worry about this. Forget this. I know that the market is crossing below. Maybe we are thinking, why don't I trade if it goes below the moving average on the daily? No, don't do that. You're actually going against the trend there. Stay. I mean, you must stay disciplined. Make sure that you can wait. Sit on your hands if there's nothing that you can do in the market. If you want to make money in the market, sit on your hands and do nothing. Do not try and sell this market. Don't leave it. But as soon as it crosses above your moving average, go in and buy. But I mean, if you're an aggressive guy, you want to be aggressive. Yes, you can go in and sell this market. But the issue is that if the market decides to turn and move higher, you're going to lose a lot of money. Here is trading below the moving average. There are people that are shorting this market. They are making money. Yes, it's okay. But I do not think that it's a good way to do it. I don't think that it is the right way to do it. Wait for the market to first cross above your moving average. Once it's crossed above your moving average, then you can go in and take a long. That way you will make money and it will eliminate a lot of stress from your trading. So right now, Discovery is not a buy for me at the moment. But I mean, if you are looking only at price action, you can go in based on this bullish reversal pin bar. You can go in and take a long, because you see after this bullish pin bar, it went up 1.5%. It was up for the day, and yesterday it was up 0.66%. So those that are using maybe price action alone, they can actually go in and take a long on this one, because I mean the price bounced off some critical support here from this trend line that we have here, and for that reason maybe you can go in and take a long. But I urge you guys to stay calm, stay conservative, wait for the market to first break above your moving average on the daily time frame, that 10 simple moving average, then go in and take a long. That way you are going to be able to make money almost instantly, instead of waiting a long time before the market starts looking positive, you know. Okay, oh, I don't know what happened there, Joseph. My line is still on. My line is still on. My mic is on. Okay, guys, is there anyone who has a question on DSY? Oh, okay, guys, you understand, Christian? No, okay, perfect. Now let's check FSR and Standard Bank. Perfect, Raymond. FSR. Okay, this is first trend. First step, we check our monthly. What is our monthly saying? Our monthly is saying that we should remain long on FSR. It's still on a buy signal. The first buy signal we got in April 2017. Second one was in July 2017. From there, the price just flew. It kept on climbing the whole time, and those that were in on this one, they made a lot of money. So right now it's busy pulling back a bit, but it doesn't mean that the price is now coming off. I think that this is just a perfect correction in a healthy market. So I don't have a problem with the price pulling back like it's doing right now. The price is saying up on a monthly chart. Let's check what the daily is saying. OML TFG. Okay, guys, we'll have a look at those. Sure, this one is very difficult. Okay, on Standard Bank, we have the same. Well, I mean, it's not the same. It's a well, I mean, the price is below the moving average, so that means that the market is coming off a bit. The first signal, the first pullback. I don't want to call it the first sell signal. Let me call it the first pullback signal that we had on this one. We had that one on the 28th of Feb. 28th of Feb, the market broke below the moving average on the daily time frame. A couple of days it tried to move up, and on the 7th of March it broke down completely. It was down 3% on the day, and the price started falling. We are still below the moving average. Every now and then the price tries to go beyond the moving average, but there is no follow through. It doesn't stay above. It fails to stay above the moving average. And right now it is below the moving average, and it's below the moving average and still like trading sideways. We have support at 64.48. 64.48, we have support there. You'd see that by this long bullish pin bar reversal here that we had here. The price hit this area here. Buyers were waiting here for the price, and they pushed it up. But I mean, it wasn't really that sustainable because I mean, yesterday we failed to close above the moving average again. We went below the moving average. I think that maybe that's because of the rand. The rand weakened quite a bit against the US dollar, so that could be another reason why we saw maybe financials not doing so well over the next couple of days. Sorry, over the past couple of days. So if you check your if you check your price now, your price is below the moving average. So I wouldn't go in and buy Standard Bank. Sorry, First Rand right now. I would stay away from First Rand until I see the price reversing and moving higher. Another thing I'm looking at this support around 61. If the sell-off continues over the next couple of days, there's a good chance that we're going to take out 64.48 support, come lower down to 61 or 61.34. Around 61.34, if you get a good price action signal there, the price is crossing above the moving average, then you can safely go in and take a long there and expect the market to go up from there. At the moment, I wouldn't go in and take a long on this one. I wouldn't do it. I'm done with FSR, Buwani. Do you have a question? Is there anything that is worrying you about FSR? No. Sorry, I made a mistake. I've always been on first rand. Was it not? No, man. I think I've always been on first rand. I haven't done Standard Bank. This is just first rand. Did I look at Standard Bank? I don't think I looked at Standard Bank, guys. I don't know. I don't think I looked at Standard Bank. Okay, let me look at Standard Bank. From Standard Bank, we're going to look at OML and TFG, the Foschini Group. SBK. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on SBK. Okay, Standard Bank monthly time frame. We are positive. The market is saying up. It's saying buy. We had our signal recently. That was in July 2017, which was confirming that people should go in and take some long positions on Standard Bank, and those that are in long are still making a bit of money. But I mean, let's go to the daily to check how the daily is looking. Is the daily saying buy? No, the daily is not saying buy at the moment. The daily is saying sell. The first signal that we got was in March around the 14th, and the next one was on the 22nd. And since then, the price has been trading below the moving average. It's under a lot of selling pressure from the market, and we had our support around 213.89. We had our support around 213.89, and yesterday we closed below the 213.89, and we had this long wick above the body of our chart of our candle here. So I expect the price maybe to come down to 208 maybe sometime next week. That is if the US markets, but I mean the US markets were negative yesterday. So if the Asians when they open on Sunday or Monday morning, if they close negative, there's a good chance that we're gonna have a negative trading session here in South Africa also. So I'm looking at maybe 208 support. I would like to see what the price is going to do when it gets there. Let's look at the trend here. This is our short-term trend. This trend started in December 2017. We've been holding nicely above this trend line since then, but right now it looks like we may breach it next week. Maybe trade sideways for a while around this area here, around 208, 207. I think we may have some bounces, maybe taking the price back up to 213, 220. I think we may have those bounces there around that area, because what I think is happening here, let me remove this trend line. What I think is happening here is this thing. You see the price goes up, pulls back, goes above the moving average, you buy, goes up, it pulls back, it goes above the moving average, you buy, pulls back, it goes above the moving average, you buy. So here I think we are having that type of a situation happening here. I think that's what is taking place here. The price is doing this, is pulling back, is going to go back up above the moving average. If you go in there, you're going to make some money there. That is Standard Bank. Okay, guys, I'm done with Standard Bank. If anyone has a question, please ask. Okay, let me look at OML. Hello guys, sorry about that. We may have to cut this session short. There are people bugging me here. They want to come in and do some renovations, guys. I'm sorry, but I mean, for now, let us carry on. Okay, the monthly on Old Mutual is saying that Old Mutual is a buy. Old Mutual is looking good, but let's check what's going on here. What happened here? Okay, let's look at these turning points here. You see this turning point here? The turning point here. Okay, sorry. The monthly is still on a buy on a buy signal. We are supported around 38.79 or 39 area. Well, we can call it 38.79, 39 area. We are supported there. There is good support. That is why the price hit this area and went up and left this tail at the bottom of the body of the chart. It's a very long time frame. It's the monthly. I understand. The trend here is positive. If I can draw a trend here on this one. If I can go draw a trend here, you see the trend is positive around 39, 38 levels. We have some support here. Let me check. Sure. This is very confusing, guys. Old Mutual closed above its moving average. I don't know if it makes sense to go in and take a long here. I think maybe the best thing to do here is to wait for a follow through. If we can have another positive day above this candle here, because I mean we are already above the moving average. In fact, we're supposed to be going in and taking a long. But I mean, if I'm looking at the mood of this market, it's not a very nice mood. This market is very moody. It's possible that on Monday we're going to have a bit of a pullback. So I think the best thing is just to sit on the sidelines and wait. I mean, although we are above your moving average here, I think it's not a good thing just to go in and buy here. I'd rather try and buy around maybe 50 levels. Around there, yeah, I think it's a little bit safer to go in and take a long on Old Mutual. Although the weekly is saying it's safe for one to go in and take a long. You can just keep an eye out for this one. OML. OML is actually looking good, but the way that the market has been doing over the past couple of days, doesn't give me a strong reason why I should go in and take a long on this one. Okay, let's check. Okay, another thing, we have this falling trend line, because I mean we have used a couple of things to confirm whether to take a trade or not. You see, we have this falling trend line here. We barely moved above it, but I mean, let's wait for the confirmation. If we get a follow through on Monday, then we can go in and take a long, maybe for the price to go up to 42.50. TFG. TFG monthly, let's check. Monthly is still on a buy signal. First buy signal we got in November 2017, and the price pushed up. So the guys that followed the signal, they are making money. Okay. We look at TFG a few days ago. TFG is below its moving average. and it has its support around 212, 211, or 211.65 to be exact. Support is 211, 211.65. Okay, this is how we got the support. We used this previous turning point that we had here on the 21st of Feb. The price hit here, started moving higher, and right now we it turned around here, it came here down, it hit this area and started moving up. Please hold for me, guys. It's gone down to 10. That's what I told them. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Well, I mean, around 211 to 212, I think we have support, and we are trading below our moving average currently. So I think it's not safe to go in and buy right now, because I mean, if this area fails, 211, if we get a daily close below this area, and the mood in the market worsens, there's a good chance that we could go back down to 202 on TFG. I think there's a good chance that we could come down to 202 before picking up and moving higher. Before picking up and moving higher, I think there's a good chance that we could come down to 201, 200 levels. So you must watch out for 211, 212 area. If the price fails to make a meaningful bounce around those levels, we are going to come down to 200, 201. Around 200, 201, I think we're going to see some real action taking place there, buyers coming back in and pushing the price higher. But at the moment, I wouldn't go in and take a long on TFG, because the daily does not hasn't given me any confirmation that I can go in and take a long. Guys, does anyone have a question? Any questions? Are you all happy? I know that we haven't done support and resistance. I haven't explained that to you, Mnedisi. I understand. If you are going to be there on Monday, we will actually do that on Monday, because now there are guys that are pushing me to actually come out of the space so they can come in and do some renovations. Raymond, you're saying you're fine. Okay, cool, man. Okay, Mnedisi, fine. Let's meet on Monday, big guy. Guys, thank you very much for joining our session today. It was a great interacting with you. But next time when you come in, please make sure that you have some questions that you want to have some questions to forward, so that maybe we can address them and make sure that we all become sort of like interactive when running these sessions, because I mean, it doesn't help if I'm the only one just talking. You guys also should come in and say some stuff. If you don't agree with me, don't be afraid to say so, that Sihle, we don't agree with you, we think you're talking nonsense now. Don't have a problem with that, as long as it is constructive. I will take it. Okay, guys, thank you so much. This is the end of our session now. I will see you guys on Monday. Mpo, you're saying I'm missing some day on my chart. What should I do? You must right click and refresh. Right click, then refresh. Right click like this. Mpo, you right click, you get that window, and you come down here, refresh. You refresh, and you will get that bar that you are missing there. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Bye bye.